Dreaming of a modern oasis? At All Modern, we offer the best of modern furniture and decor all in one place. Hand-vetted for quality and delivered for free in days. Discover outdoor dining sets, sofas, and more in every style of modern, from Scandi to mid-century. That's modern made simple. Shop now at allmodern.com.
Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies to same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
There's no place to escape to.
This is the Lost Podcast.
On the left.
Side stories?
That's when the cannibalism started.
Side stories.
Yes. City of Angels. Nothing like a nice peaceful afternoon in the city of Los Angeles, my friend.
Hell yeah, man. I can't wait to fucking wrestle a Marine, man. It's about time, man. It's public, too.
This guy from the Coast Guard, he came to my house, right? It was him with this ice guy, right? And he came over and he was just like, are you harboring any of you refugees? I was like, yep.
Yeah.
You got to come get them. They're in the back. And I brought them back into the house, obviously,
and then
right?
He took Carmi and Wendy?
No, absolutely not. They're still, they're blood. They're born in. And then I told them to just sit and wait here, right? It's I put it in the living room. I poured them some coffee and some treated real nice.
Yeah.
Iced
coffee?
Yes.
Yeah.
To be funny, right?
Yes,
I winked at him. And then I went inside, right? I went into the back of my back area, right? And then I came back out and I was completely fucking naked. Right?
Yeah.
Like, which is my get-go.
You're
right?
at home.
I said, yeah. I was like, just so you know, if you want these refugees, both you boys are going to have to tag team me and make me go.
Yeah,
right? You're going to have to make me shoot. And so what you're going to have to do.
Eiffel Tower, this Zabrowski.
Yes, and I said this to these two guys. I was like, this is not a joke here. Too.
They hate the Eiffel Tower because it's in another country.
They hate it because of what it represents over there. It represents a shitty ladder, right?
Yeah.
It's a bad building. And so they looked at me, right, and I just said, if you want these refugees, you're going to have to pleasure me. You have to make love to me.
Yeah.
And they jumped right in, right? Because obviously
they're good at it.
Because again, these boys, they're just around men all day.
Yeah,
right?
Oh yeah, no.
And they get
cocksucking experts.
They get really good at making love to each other. And so this guy came at me, and so they were going, but I kept correcting him. Because I said, be more like a lady.
Yeah.
Be more, think you're a lady.
Yeah, use these cuffs.
Yeah, think that you're a lady, and and eventually I had to make them leave. I was like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I had one that tried to zip tie my balls to my cock, and I'm like, they're already right next to each other.
Honestly,
we don't even need to do this.
Escalate more, thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Welcome to Side Stories. My name is Henry Zabrowski. I'm sitting here with Ed Larson.
How you doing? It's perfectly safe. Everything's fine.
Legitimately, we just want to open up today's show by saying, fuck ICE, fuck the Marines, fuck the fucking Coast Guard. I love the good ones. I like.
All right. Hold on. Let's scale back for 2 seconds. Don't not fuck the Marines.
Yeah, I like them. I'm fine with the good. I'm fine with the good Marines.
With you?
I'm fine with the real men.
They have no choice.
And the real women of the Marines.
These guys are trying to get out of the desert. These poor 700 fuckers are just sitting in Joshua Tree, not allowed to do mushrooms.
They're not even
allowed to smoke weed.
They're in like Riverside. Like they're not even a good
They're in
part.
29 Palms.
Oh wow.
They're in 29 Palms. That's where the base is.
Oh God.
One of them matched with Amber on Hinge.
Oh, I remember. They can't close.
Yeah, I am a little worried though because these boys are just sitting in the desert doing nothing but push-ups and they're just ready to fucking punch a liberal in the face.
You know what the desert's bad for? Ice.
Yes.
And you got to be really careful out there. But no, we just want to say that you're going to hear a lot of messaging about Los Angeles being a third world country and a war-torn city. And say that to the fact that I grilled this weekend.
Yeah.
So there's that. All of my friends.
I was in Disneyland and I unplugged completely.
Yes.
My family was in town and I unplugged completely. I'm in Disneyland. Just like I didn't unplug completely. I was definitely like posting pictures of me on rides.
I saw.
But then, like, I get back and I'm like, oh, the city's being attacked.
Everyone's upset.
And I was like, I'm a piece of shit.
But just so you know, because I got messages from people from outside of the state that are all like, oh my God, have they come to burn your home? Oh my God, are the immigrants there to destroy your lives? And honestly, I'm going to say straight up, if immigrants weren't here, this entire city would crumble to the fucking ground.
They do everything. They do everything but stock broke.
They work hard. They work hard, and people are just trying to give it a fucking shot. And honestly, if the comedians I know that went to the protest, it was an organized protest. It's kind of what America's all about. America's about the fact that we have set parameters for you to go and express your displeasure with the government. And so this concept of everyone saying, oh, it's riots, they're tearing the city apart. And then I'm watching a lady with a mommy blog at the protest.
Yeah.
Like the comedians that went to the protest aren't going to a riot. I am just telling you this. If you're going to see social media stuff from it's a protest. They are, the United States government are the ones who are escalating, and they are looking for a fight.
They sent the army here. This is true fascist shit that's very scary, but also I just don't think it's going to work out.
It's not working because the protests are actually very effective. ICE is trying to be as scary as they can be because it's the new thing to scare children and families.
The LAPD put out a statement saying that these aren't violent protests, and they love kicking the shit out of us.
You don't think the LAPD would not have taken any opportunity to spray us with bullets? Like, honestly,
they fucking love it.
They can't wait to do it. We have tanks. We have the military.
Yeah.
It's here. So, again, I'd love to meet a Marine. I'd love to feed a Marine. I'd love to make a Marine laugh. But I just know that I think any of the good Marines, anybody out there that actually believes in this fucking shit-ass country that's built on blood and slavery, anybody that actually believes in that shit wouldn't listen to a pedophile telling you to attack the personas of the United States of America, the citizens of the United States of America. This is supposed to be a place where people want to come.
Yeah.
A place where people are going to want to come to make their dreams come real. And that's a part of the deal, folks. I'm sorry you're going to see somebody browner than you. That's called it's called the world.
Also, Marines, while you're in town, literally just scout it for cool places to hang when you're on leave.
Seriously.
You're only a couple hours away. You know, we are the hottest city in America.
Oh, yeah, dude.
There is no question about it. Like, we are smoking hot.
We are
you
hot.
And I, like, we're twos here.
Well, the difference is that we're producers.
Yes.
And that's where we belong. Ugly men belong here.
Yes.
And the more attractive men, they just become victims of true crime. It's the women that are, and everybody else of any other type of persuasion that are really quite hot here.
Yeah, think about that, Marines. You don't fuck with the city where you're going to come screw on leave.
It's not going to work out.
It's a bad move.
But this is as sincere as we're going to get today, because I've been getting a lot of messages saying that we have been taken advantage of our uncleness.
Yes.
And honestly, I want to be chill. I want to be cool, easy breezy, man. Look at me.
Yeah.
Whew.
I've been funding shit. I've been.
Where's my money?
Well, where is your money?
I'm just saying, you can give me the money. You're gonna fund me?
Yeah. What do you want? What do you want to do? I mean, I want to
go out to eat. I want to go to dinner.
Gave you a jar of weed.
Yes, you did.
I also bought you a cool alien necklace.
You really did, and that was actually very nice. I'm sorry, I take it back. You've actually done a couple of very nice things for me recently, which has been very nice.
But you know what I did? Are you ready for this?
What?
I am now a proud member of CHURLA. That's right, the Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights.
Oh,
yes.
I thought that was some big woman's Patreon.
I know. That's what I was hoping. That's what I thought I signed up for. But I signed Julie and I up. We're members of CHURLA now. I don't know what this means.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you get a kickback or something?
I gave them money, and I think I got to go to meetings. But I'm a member. I'm in.
Great.
I'm in now. So if you want to join CHURLA and help people who are getting fucked over by ICE, go to CHURLA members, shipdrive2025.fundraise.org. I think they misspelled fundraise.
I do think that
but it is.
Fundraise.
I checked it several times.
Yes, very good though. We need to get. You got to get better. You got to get better copywriters in there. But that's. I will also explain. While Eddie did a wonderful thing and joined this wonderful group.
Churla. I'm a Churla boy.
I'm joining the Hollywood Disclosure Organization, which is.
I'm joining that too.
Yeah, this is all about. I'm joining the group of the most important people in the world, the actors, that are trying to fight for disclosure, UFO disclosure.
Yes.
And we're really pulling out all the stops. We're having Zooms. We're having Twitch streams.
Glooms. You're having glooms as well.
It is June.
Everyone's sad about, there's no work anymore.
Yeah.
So we have to all talk about aliens now.
Well, honestly,
welcome to my fucking world.
I would rather talk to an actor about aliens than about the fact that they're not working.
Yes.
So, to be honest, you should be thankful too. Because then we don't have to talk about acting.
Yeah, Rob saw Thomas Jane at the contact.
I fucking smelled Thomas Jane coming. He smelled like a leopard.
Is that why the food was so bad?
Dude, he doesn't wear shoes. For those guys who don't know, Thomas Jane's one of those guys. He specifically doesn't wear shoes. He is a smelly boy.
He was fine. He wasn't that smelly in the elevator.
I think it's because you were dealing with it. You were just
Did he have shoes
hungover.
on?
It was the morning, so I think he was fresh out of the shower.
Oh,
He was very tired, though.
He seems like the kind of guy that does wash himself in, like, city structures.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he'll go
yeah,
up to a fountain in a bank. And he'll wash himself.
As soon as he passes the river, he's like, you mind, guys, if I pop out, take a quick bath?
Whatever you need, Tom. You were the Punisher, after all. Absolutely.
Punisher.
You're right. One of the... But John, we all know. John
Bernthal is the Punisher. Yeah, he is the real Punisher. But also, before we move on, I'm very excited for Saturday, No King's Day, June 14th. Go to nokings.org if you want to protest. If you want to organized, safe protesting. It's all over the country. You go ahead and type in your zip code. I could walk to mine.
That's the best. Make it convenient.
If I could walk to the protest?
Done.
Are you kidding me?
I'll go. If I can
don't have to go to downtown and I can still mildly protest. I'm going to bring sandwiches.
You guys are making fun of Los Angeles for this garbage, and I have too. I've seen this before. I know we do tend to protest before brunch. It's Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But listen, do you have any idea what it takes to add to the schedule of a lazy stoner in Los Angeles? If they're willing to go out of their way to protest, there are things wrong in this fucking country. Yeah. I don't want to go to any of this shit. He just told me I got to go do this thing down, and if it's down the street for me, I can't say no.
You can't say no.
I literally have to go.
11 to 1 down the street.
That's convenient.
It's too convenient.
I get to wake up at a nice time and get a coffee and go and fucking yell at that fucking pedophile. Nothing makes me happier.
Honestly, yeah. No, it's going to be great.
Yes.
But yeah, the main No Kings protest is going to be in Philadelphia. So if you're anywhere close to Philadelphia, go to Philadelphia and join those fuckers. They're trying to have more people than the stupid-ass military parade they're holding in D.C. Don't go to D.C. Because they're just going to count you as someone who went to their parade.
We'll also know that if you're going to go to the military parade and protest, all the military stuff is going to be there. Yeah. So just know that if you're looking to not get sprayed with tear gas or hit with a fucking net or hit with a sound machine or hit any one of these various things that they're going to employ around the D.C. area, it's probably best to make your displeasure known outside of it.
It's for the best.
It's for the best. All right, so we got some good, that's wonderful. We got some new live shows, new side stories live shows. That is completely, that doesn't help society. That's just us. Go to lastpodcastontheleft.com. You're going to buy those tickets and see Eddie and I flapping our bellies in Salt Lake City.
So Friday, June 11th, Jordan Landing, Utah, part of Salt Lake City. We're going to be at the Wise Guys Comedy Club, Henry and I, at 9:30 p.m. That's going to be a blast. Thursday, August 7th, we're going to be in Asheville, North Carolina. That's the Orange Peel.
That's for you. This is definitely...
This is a bucket list venue for me.
I'm very excited.
I've always wanted to do.
I've never been to Asheville.
I love Asheville.
I've heard it's awesome.
It's one of the great cities in our nation.
I'm very excited.
Sunday, September 21st, Kansas City, Missouri. Never been.
Man, best
the
meal.
Truman.
Still the best meal I've ever had is in Kansas City.
We will be back and eating that food. I can't wait to get sick on your barbecue, Kansas City, Missouri. We'll be at the Truman on Saturday, September 21st. Yes. October 24th. We're doing it, baby. are coming back to Redway. That's right, Humboldt, Mateel Community Center. We're coming for you Friday, October 24th. The show that you saw last year is coming back, and it's going to be bigger, hotter, and fatter.
It better be. I know I am.
And November 30th, we're going to be in Columbus, Ohio. That's the Sunday after Thanksgiving.
You weren't as excited about that one.
I'm very excited. I love my Ohio people.
I'm just saying that Columbus, Ohio, we know that's Epstein country, so we're going to be bringing.
We know that Travis is going to have to open for us.
Yes,
we don't really have a choice.
He's basically said along the lines. I think he's like, I'm the guy. Like, I'm the Columbus guy. Yeah. And we're like, all right, well,
right, yeah.
well, sure.
So Travis is open.
So that's your request,
will.
because of your request, he's coming to that.
But more important than these side story shows, I have to say, your baby, Henry, the seance.
June 20th, it's going to be live on YouTube, LPN-TV on YouTube. I believe it starts at...
Time.
It's
in
6
the
p.m.
evening.
I imagine it's around 6 p.m. PST. I think that we're going a little bit later. I think it might be.
Check out the socials for.
We got it on the show. We'll find out the exact time, but it is coming live to our YouTube
My
channel.
calendar says 6 p.m.
Yes, go and
So that
subscribe.
means I should get there like at least an hour early, right?
We'll get you there. I'll tell you what. Don't worry. I'll give you the information closer to the
Can
date.
people buy tickets?
Not yet.
But they will be able to.
Very limited. And I imagine that the tickets are going to be Patreon only.
Okay.
And because you are going to be able to experience this up close. And I do want to say, anybody that is attending in person, this is a very legit seance. This is faux real. We're doing this.
That is the weird part about this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm less scared than I was. I don't know what changed in me.
I think it's because you're just getting beaten.
At first I was like, oh no, I could never. And now I'm like, yeah, who cares if a ghost follows me?
Exactly. You're getting beaten.
Yeah.
Marcus is still scared, and I like that.
Yeah, I don't think, that's the thing. It's like, what could a ghost really do? A ghost pushed my mom down the stairs, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't kill her.
Didn't kill her. Broke her nose, though.
Yeah, but that's different.
And she doesn't drink, so something had to push her.
Your mom was kind of clumsy.
I never saw her fall.
But, she wasn't like an A-tier athlete.
No, she couldn't do the hurdles.
No, she can't do she can't do like a, what you call like an ollie.
She couldn't throw a javelin. I'll tell you that much.
Very good segue. We're going to bring up that story very soon. Let's first do an update. Is in the proper fashion of side stories. It happened the second we stopped recording.
Yes.
This man that we talked about, how dangerous he was, Grant Hardin, former police chief, convicted killer known as the Devil in the Ozarks. He was captured. Only a mile and a half from where he escaped from.
How hard were they looking? This is like
he was in a bush. That is where he was. He wasn't. Even Saddam Hussein was in a tunnel.
Yeah.
He was on land, just in a bush, living a groundhog's life.
Yeah.
No, and they just
shirt.
They just found him. He didn't have a shirt.
All floppy titted out in the woods, covered in soot.
He lost the shirt. I don't know why. Should have kept it on. He got scratched by branches.
He looked so bad they gave him a shirt.
Yeah, they're like,
this is disgusting.
Oh yeah, we have to cover you up. You look like the fucking what's her name from Barbarian. You look like the monster from Barbarian. We have to fucking cover you up. He looked like shit. So Grant Hardin has been arrested.
Do you know who got him?
Who?
Border Patrol.
Ooh. That's one lucky get. And you notice it was nowhere near the fucking border.
No, certainly not.
So yeah, exactly. What are they doing up there?
What are they doing in Arkansas?
I guess these are guys.
Side stories, LPOTL at gmail.com.
I think legitimately they are there because everybody is just, they're hiring guys that have like a hard on for anybody that, I just don't understand anybody that's got like just like a family and kids here from another country. I'll never understand.
They're like, oh, I'm so proud of our department and staff. He was gone for a week and a half.
He was within
next to a mile.
A literal errands amount of walking from the prison.
It's a 20-minute walk.
It's a 20-minute walk. And he just walked into the woods late. He had no other plan. I guess it's like everybody just assumed. You know what? It is true. This is the power of lying about how strong you are, like, as a criminal.
Yeah.
This is the power because of the devil in the Ozarks, because of how well organized all that was. And
I'm scared of him.
I also believe that he probably will, if there is a way to figure that out, I bet you that he is guilty for several more sexual assaults, probably several more murders. And the fact that it all happened so easily. But he had no plan. Everybody just assumed that he would be on a helicopter in Scandinavia, having figured it all out. And he was just like, all right, maybe if I had, all right, what hides?
He went camping.
I hide like a mouse. Mice hide. Yeah, I go down where the mice hide. Yeah, that's where I go. Go down by the dirt. Yeah, slither like a snake. Maybe the great spirits of the Native American ancestors will come and turn me into a snake. Help me, Wendigo. Help me. And they were like, and they just didn't come for him like they came for Pocahontas.
No. Yeah, he's but he's caught. They got him.
Sad. Yep, so got him really quickly.
Don't worry about it if you're someone that's scared of him.
Wrapped it up.
Sarah Huckabee Sanders is very happy about it.
Oh, good. So she could finally get a chance to go on a date with him or something? Yeah. That fucking dumb bitch. I hope she gets hit by a fucking car.
They definitely look like they have the same tits.
They do. Oh, she's just jealous. She's like, who did your work? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Is that the Kendall Jenner lady? Is that the Kendall Jenner person? That's amazing. All right, what else we got here? Because it's sad. That's a sad little update. It's done. It's done.
It's an update.
We got it.
It happened.
Live from your grave.
Haven't you heard? The newest fashion trend is finding clothes that feel good and last. You know where you can do that? You guessed it. Quince. Ooh, yeah. Sweet, sweet quince. The linen brushing against my body, the breeze coming up my pants, out my sleeves, buttoned ever so gently. Ooh, maybe I'll leave that top one unbuttoned. Uh-oh, the one below it's unbuttoned too. Guess what's happening to the guy below that? He's unbuttoned as well. I'm showing some chest. I'm looking good in my quince. Get that linen. It's summer. Stick to the staples at last with elevated essentials from Quince. Go to quince.com/last for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/last and get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/last.
Surprise bill? Need fast funds? CashNet USA can help. When you need money fast, be the hero.
Apply in minutes at cashnetusa.com and get a fast decision. All loans subject to lender approval. Speed of funding is subject to verifications and your bank's processing times.
Amazing deals for every day of summer are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. And they're up to 60% off.
How did I not know Rack has Adidas? I always find something amazing.
Because the best deals go fast.
Save big on Marc Jacobs, Madewell, Steve Madden, and more. Plus, buy it online and pick it up in store the same day for free. Great brands, great prices. That's why you Rack.
Let's talk about our teas a little bit here. Then our javelin lady.
Oh yes, this was all right. So this is one of those stories. This is a quick story. You know that, like, you know when you're in elementary school and you hear, like, there's like a reason why you're not allowed to bring basketballs into, like, the tennis court anymore. Like, there's some horrific story from ages past that has, like, solidified into lore, and now it's like, you're like, why do we have these rules? And I always remember as a kid, my grandfather had lawn darts.
Yes.
And we loved them.
I mean, they're fun.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
And then one day they all took them away.
Yeah.
Because they're all like, it's dangerous. Oh, you're gonna fucking get hurt. Someone's gonna get killed with the lawn dart.
Yeah, it's horseshoes for archers.
If you looked up, as soon as Rob looked up lawn dart, it just shows all these old timey pictures of kids with fucking lawn darts sticking out of their fucking foreheads.
There's one guy just one in the back of his neck and him laying on the ground. Yeah.
They look like hors d'oeuvres at a party. But this story is why these stories get started.
Yeah, so this happened happened in Russia.
Rushka.
And she was a 13-year-old girl dies, unfortunately. After
in Rushka, I believe you can get married at 13.
I mean, I feel like you could do lots of shit. I think you can get married, but only to a bear.
Yes.
But she was impaled by a javelin during PE class in Russia. This poor little Anastasia. The javelin.
Anastasia
She was impaled by the javelin.
Try to say the name of the town from the phys ed town.
The phys ed town.
It says here now she was stuck through the eye through a javelin during a phys ed class in
Prokoladny, Prokoladny, Kabardino, Balkaria, Russia.
How would you like the medium rare?
So she did pass away. She died 4 days after this happened, and because she was in a coma. But I just have to think about what happened. The javelin, the boy throwing it.
Yeah, 16. His name is Timur.
He was throwing the javelin, and he was unsupervised, and he threw it, and it landed, and it hit her in the eye, and it went through her skull and out down her mouth. And so it seems like the reason she didn't die instantly is it didn't actually hit her brain. Because it comes, javelin, it goes up and then it comes down,
depending on how bad it goes. Yeah,
into her eye and down, out, back the end of her throat, and then through her body a little bit.
The javelin coach, Vladimir Mershenko, he apparently didn't immediately take her to the hospital. And do you think on some level he was just like, you see, Timur, this is why you have to release the top of the arc.
Yeah.
You must increase the angle. The angle must come at the sharper angle from the top in order to pierce better. You want it to go through brain.
Yeah. Now, is this guy promoted to the javelin team, or is he off the javelin team?
I think he's getting sent to the
part of
Ukraine.
Me is like, it depends on how far away she was.
I mean, if it's like, okay,
if
let's
she's
say
like 15 yards, maybe he shouldn't get on the team.
It's horrible. He said that he didn't say the proper amount of warnings, because I guess you're supposed to
he's
release
a 16-year-old idiot who's unsupervised.
But
he's throwing the fucking javelin.
If it's a PR, right? If it's a personal record, and it breaks some form of record within technically, I think that's the Olympics.
Yes.
I think that if he hit her square in the dome, I want to say, what's the longest? Is 90 meter? 95 meter?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, 95. If he hit her at 95, 97 meters, that's Olympic caliber.
Yeah.
So I do think that we can let him, Rushka's, I don't think Rushka's even allowed in the Olympics anymore.
Yes, they are.
No, I don't think we allowed them the last time. Don't they have a separate...
They got caught cheating, I know that.
I know. I don't the Rushkas have a thing where the government can't send a sponsored one?
Oh, Russia and
they were
Belarus
banned. Yeah,
2026 winter, but they're back because of the war.
The war. Are they coming? Oh, they're going to be in Los Angeles. Great.
Yeah, they'll be here.
Where's ICE going to be then?
Of course they're going to be here.
Where's ICE going to be when the Russians are here?
Oh, my God. What about the 12 banned countries? Are they not allowed to be in the Olympics?
It depends on advertising.
Yeah.
I think it all depends on advertising, and I think it really depends on how the countries are testing.
Yeah, and I imagine of all the Olympics, this would be the best for the Russian because they have one of their people in the top office.
Oh, yeah. That would really help them.
This is good for them.
Honestly, it would really help them.
So it's like a home game for Russia.
Honestly, I want the people to come. I want the athletes to be able to perform.
Yeah.
I want them to be able to perform. They work so hard.
They do. And they don't know any difference.
No.
But yes, so this I'm sorry this poor girl did not make it. But what a way to go. Oh my God.
Got turned in. Nothing like getting turned into a corn dog.
Yeah.
Now,
sheesh. Kebab.
We have a bunch of, that's funny. We have a bunch of really sad stories that I don't want to go into.
This was the funny one.
That was the good funny one,
this
guys.
was the good one.
We have the Travis Decker story that I'm not going to get into about the 3 daughters that were zip tied and he popped plastic bags over their heads so they could die in their sleep, and then he went on a drug-fueled, I guess he's on the lam. So
they're looking for him.
That's a really upsetting story.
For him,
There's the other upsetting story about the nurse, Kevin Kulong, who we would sedate fondle women patients when they're sedated because he said he felt that they were flirting with him beforehand.
Yeah, a quote said asking for it.
He said and then he also said something along the lines
while
of
they were sedated, they were flirting.
And that's not how he does that. That's not how they do that unless it's on an astral level.
Yes.
Which is, again, is very difficult to tell if you're flirting astrally. Again, it's very subtle.
Public beating for him, please.
Also, men really take that. This is really taking the "she was friendly to me" trope way too far.
This is too far.
If she has
it's always too far, but this is way too far.
Super far. If she has like a little happy dream while she's knocked out and gives a little smile, that isn't a go for you to give her the old Al Franken. Right? You can't get her and give her the honky honks.
Hey,
all right?
He never touched.
I know.
He never touched.
You can't just give a lady honky honks just because she's asleep. We all know this.
Mm-hmm.
We all know this, Eddie.
I know, but Al Franken, I miss Al Franken.
We all do. Al Franken was our only shot at having a good president.
Yes. There's also the teenagers in Maryland who killed the owner of a koi pond for what seems to be no reason.
Oh, that is a really also sad story.
Yes.
Where they grabbed that man. It was a couple. They were a high school couple about to graduate from high school.
One of them's going to Notre Dame.
Ooh, Fighting Irish.
Well, maybe that's what it is.
They're getting ready.
Yes.
And then they beat to death an old man. They went and they stomped this old man.
Edward Koza.
Yeah, that did they put him in his car and then they set fire to him inside of his car.
Yes.
And so that's not a funny story either. None of this is particularly
They were about
funny.
to graduate.
They were. Not anymore.
No.
Unless.
Well, yeah, I mean, they can still graduate high school.
Yeah,
probably.
I guess they can get their GED from jail.
Well, if they already passed their finals.
So I guess they get their diploma no matter what?
I think they get their diploma.
SidestoriesLPOTL@gmail.com. If you've graduated before,
it is.
but if you've graduated before the ceremony and you kill an old man with your bare hands, do you still get the diploma?
Yeah. Do let us know, or maybe not the physical copy, but you
email PDF.
Yeah, you definitely learned the info.
I think you would
if you passed the test.
I'd sue the high school.
Yeah, why not? Here's another.
If I was them, if I was fucking them, fuck them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, I did the work. Yeah, I killed an old man for the thrill of it. Sure, I did. It was fun for me. Yeah, of course. I have no feelings. But I definitely went to biology.
Mm-hmm. We got another sad story.
Oh, great. Good. Added to the pile.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be the week we came back strong comedically. This was supposed to be the week that we came back with a sort of lighthearted edge to everything that's going on right now, Eddie. If we do another sad story, I don't know if that's going to really hold up our end of the bargain.
Black Creek Floyd was run over by a car.
Is that a guy?
That's an alligator.
Oh, that's fine.
It's a locally famous alligator in Peachtree City, Georgia.
I thought Flat Creek Lloyd was just a famous homeless guy.
No.
And he was one of those guys that just would lay in the creek, just be like, "Don't mind me." You know what I mean? Because I'd also call him the log man or Mr. Mudbanks or, because that'd be something else I'd give him. And if he got hit by a car, I'd be sad.
Yeah, so Flat Creek Floyd, famous alligator in Georgia.
I never heard of him.
Big old gator. He lives in Peachtree City, Georgia.
Oh, shit.
Yes, and they tried to get rid of him a while ago. Big old boy, big old fat alligator. I love the size of him. The footage of him is, he was huge. He was 11 feet, 9 inches long. He weighed about 500 pounds.
Was he in the road?
And he lived under an overpass, and they kept trying to kill him. And then eventually there was this guy, a trapper named Jason Clark, who was like, he talked to the city, and he's like, listen, we need to let Flat Creek Floyd live.
Let him live.
We can coexist with Flat Creek Floyd.
He's just there under the overpass.
And so they let Flat Creek Floyd live, but eventually this big motherfucker, this reptile guy, eventually he got hit by a car, unfortunately, and then when the reptile guy came up to him, he was literally weeping, he's like on top of this gator. He loved this gator so much, and he's literally weeping like, I don't want to kill you.
It's very sad.
I have to, because he was bleeding internally.
Yeah, sure.
And he knew that Flat Creek Floyd was dying. And
so did he snap his neck?
I think I think he shot him in the back of the neck.
You don't just grab him by the whole fucking throat and
Their
just
brain is
jostle him back and forth.
You ever watch the show where they I forget what it was called, but it was a gator killing television show.
Oh, you think I do remember.
And then I used to watch Swamp People.
Swamp People, yeah.
And because every once in a while you got to kill a bunch of gators. It's gator season. season, and you got to kill the gator. And so what they do is they actually shoot him in the back of the neck because that's where their brain is.
Yeah, it's back
in
the
back
stem.
of the neck.
Yeah.
It's over there, and they shoot him in the back of the neck. So I imagine that's what Jason Clarke did.
He wouldn't just choke him out.
I don't think he could have.
Looks like he's smothering it.
It does look like he's just put a pillow over his face.
This is him determining if he has to kill him or not.
It doesn't look like he's doing it gently.
He said that the gator was bleeding from the inside, and it was time that he had to be euthanized.
Honestly,
and
though,
so Flat Creek Floyd, miss you already.
I will say he chose to live under an overpass, and that's a lifestyle.
It is a lifestyle.
And a part of that lifestyle might feature you getting hit by a car.
Yes.
And they did their best to try to kill him and in a way that I guess that they wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
But then they let society do it.
Yes. I mean, this is, I guess this is the correct way for it to happen.
I guess. I don't think so, but I prefer it to have happened naturally.
Yes.
Than them necessarily going and garroting it for no reason.
They buried him behind the police department.
That's I guess that's fine.
I guess that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Right?
Again, it's very sad stories.
Yeah, because they had to deal with lots of numerous sightings, and they said in lieu of flowers,
send big boxes of chum. Send big boxes of chum to the Peachtree, Georgia police station. Let's get that address. Maybe we can pop that up there if anybody's got any loose chum.
Go ahead and send it on over.
Yeah, if you could. They're looking for it. They can't wait to receive your chum.
Yeah, but I never like losing a good gator.
Nope.
No.
It's really very, very sad.
Especially ones that, hide under bridges.
Because that's their job.
Yeah.
They're also, again, it's a gator. Where we were just at, we just stayed in a hotel, and it was in Florida, and there was an active gator area.
Yeah.
Like behind the hotel, which was awesome, but also hilarious because it's just a little sign being like, mind small dogs.
My favorite was where I grew up, there was a sign that told us not to feed magic mushrooms to the gators. Which is just
what
like
happens?
I mean, they start tripping.
What if they just start playing cards and stuff?
Yeah.
That'd be kind of fun.
Like, do you guys have any fish?
Yeah,
not the F, but PH
but PH fish.
Could you put that on, please?
Honestly,
normally I like F fish, but today I'm thinking, let's go to a farmhouse.
I'm feeling some fucking anxiety, man. Listen, hey, fat pink thing. You guys got any coloring books or anything? I need something to focus my attention.
Hey, what do you think about this? It's a good little walking beat, right?
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah. Take that bass for a while. Now, obviously, the most important news of this week we have covered. We've talked about the LA protests. We've talked all about, the martial law and the Insurrection Act. But I think it's important.
You put the corpse and habeas corpus.
I did. Thank you. Perfect. Yeah, you fucked that up.
You put the corpse and habeas corpus.
We're gonna edit. No, fuck you. No, we're leaving it like this. We're leaving it like this.
Fuck you fat corpse.
God damn. I will leave one. But just so you know, as of today, there has been 11 baby names that have been banned in the U.S.
We determined that these baby names are illegal.
Now, this is true. This is a list of 11 baby names.
This is a great find, Rob.
I thank you, Rob, for setting up to this. This is my favorite thing I've read in a while. So these are the names that are not allowed in America.
Well, New Zealand and Japan, they banned a whole bunch of names, but America's, we can usually get away with everything.
We got 11 names.
11 names. You're not allowed to name your baby these 11 names.
King, queen.
Why not?
I guess. I don't know. I guess I would assume that you're... how dumb are we? How fucking stupid are we?
You could do prince and princess.
I know.
Why can't you do king and queen?
I think because prince and princess, in the end, look at the dipshit we have that's working for Spotify. Prince means nothing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Prince and princess mean jack fucking shit.
It's true.
King and queen mean something. I guess you have to be a special type of moron to think that if I'm King Zabrowski, that you need to treat me with some form of monarch-like importance.
Now, can you change your name as an adult to King?
I don't. That's a good chance. That's a good question.
Not.
Side
Absolutely
stories.
not.
Let's find out. Other names. Jesus Christ.
Not allowed.
Which is hilarious because it's not like your name's not Jesus Christ. It's that your full name can't be Jesus Christ Larson.
Yes.
Which is sad.
Because Jesus We all know is allowed.
Not according to ICE. Then we got 3, right? The Roman numeral 3.
I.
Yes, I. I don't know why. Not 1, not 2, not 4 or 5.
Do you think that maybe this is ill?
Like Illmatic?
Yeah.
Like a license to ill?
It could be ill. I mean, it could be a capital I and 2 lowercase L's.
You can be named ill if you want to be named ill.
I think that's fucking cool.
It is cool. Obviously.
Ill Larson.
Yeah, Ill Larson's a fun-ass name.
That is a cool
for
name.
a super disrespectful child.
It's I.
It's I.
It is I.
Okay.
Still dumb. Santa Claus. Can't be named a Santa Claus.
Why not?
Again, don't want to distract.
What if you idolize Santa Claus and you want to name your fucking kid after Santa Claus?
Then you technically, I believe, have a mental disorder. Then there's Majesty, probably along the same reasons, along the lines of King and Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Adolf Hitler.
It's interesting they put both. You could still do Adolf, apparently, and you could still do Hitler, but you can't do Adolf Hitler.
I don't know. They're just saying you can't be Adolf Hitler. Okay. You can't be. Also, what I don't understand is Nutella.
I mean, that's just someone. That's like multiple people are like, my kid's named Nutella. And they're like, someone's like, we have to stop this.
But why can't is it true for all things?
Yeah.
Can I not name my child Charleston Chew?
I think
Zabrowski.
What about Hazel? When the middle name's Nut. Hazelnut.
I mean, that's again.
That should be allowed.
You're making a stripper.
Yes.
But you're allowed to. Then, Nutella is the name of a difficult woman at the DMV.
Yeah.
Like, this is what do we do? All right, so then there's Messiah, which I still think is weird because I feel like that's more of a nickname for Jesus.
Yeah.
Then the @ symbol.
Yeah, the @ symbol.
And then 1069.
Which
1069.
I don't understand with 1069 why that matters. 1099 makes sense.
42069 makes sense.
Yeah.
This is my son, 42069.
So I can name my kid 420? What does
a year
this mean?
in the common era. Police code.
Oh, it's a police code for what?
I don't know.
1069. What is the police
code? I know
code?
187's murder, death, kill.
Yeah.
Demolition Man.
Take out Nick 187 on a motherfucker.
I don't know the origin of this one.
October 1969. What happened then?
I think that was when the
Kent State?
Beatles did something.
I don't know.
Fuck it. I don't know.
Why can we not say 1069?
I don't know. But what I do think is interesting is that most Illinois and South Carolina, they can use numbers and symbols in their child's name.
Okay.
I don't know how you say those things.
Obscene names are banned in New Jersey, which I find very insulting.
Yeah, because honestly, my Aunt Cunt would like a word.
Yeah.
All right? That's a family name.
Yeah. Well, my Aunt Cunt is Aunt Judy.
Yeah. Got your fucking ass, Judy.
I know you listen. I know she's deaf.
Oh, good. Excellent.
Doesn't make her nice. That's for goddamn sure.
What's sign language for cunt? I'm looking this up right now.
Is it the finger in the hole?
I'm looking up right now.
Or is it just the hole?
Just keep going. I want to find out what other names can we add.
Oh, to the list?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like cunt should be on the list. There's no curse words on the list, which is
Dirty talk.
weird.
All right. How to sign cunt?
How about Goebbels? If we're adding Hitler, let's add Goebbels.
I feel like that Goebbels.
Mangala.
You know what it is? Is that they are still kind of off-brand.
Yeah.
To this day.
A little inside.
Yeah. Baby Grams. All right, just tell me how to say cunt.
How about this?
You're not doing it. You're just teaching me deaf history.
What about a lore? Yeah, it's just like, if you want to learn cunt through sign language, you got to learn the history. You know?
No. All right. Oh, wait. So this is vagina. Vagina.
But how do you say cunt, though?
I think you go like,
yeah,
they have to make an angry face. Yeah.
In Mississippi, a baby will automatically be given the father's last name unless the parents request a different name.
I mean, that's kind of more patriarchal
I thought that was
stuff.
everywhere.
You know what I love is my favorite one. In Florida, if parents don't sign a document agreeing to the baby's name, the court selects a name. This is your son.
DeSantis.
Wario. This is your son. Strawberry, guavaberry. Done.
Flat Creek, Floyd.
Cunt, ass, shit. Fucker, I'm not. All these names, none of these work.
You know
shit.
You know what would be a good name to get rid of?
What?
Keith. You know, what do we think about like a normal name just to get rid of?
Just one band name?
Let's just get rid of one. Like if you got it, you get to keep it, but no new Sarahs.
See, you know who I'm done with, really? Brandon.
I'm definitely done with Brandon.
I think we hit our peak.
I think Brandon's out.
I think we got enough
What
Brandons.
about Brendan's?
That's not as...
We're making enemies.
Yeah, sure.
But get rid of
What,
Brendan's,
of a Brendan?
Right? Yeah.
We're going to make a Brendan an enemy?
I know. It
What's
doesn't seem
Brendan going to do?
It doesn't seem very threatening, does it?
No, I don't think Brendan's going to...
But then we're going to get like, you know, one of these 700 Marines is going to be a Brendan.
Hey, my name's Brendan. Who's my dad? Who's my pappy's name? He died in Vietnam, and his pappy died in the Korean War. I've come here to die in Los Angeles. I've come here to fight the war right here in Studio City.
What about Edith?
Edith is cute. I miss the old names.
Yeah.
I miss the old names. I miss Rodney. I miss a Roscoe.
I love a Rodney.
Where's a Roscoe at?
Who's got the fucking cock to name their child Rodney?
Seriously.
Where are all the Rodneys?
I want a little masculine child.
Yeah.
To be named Rodney with a chain.
Yeah.
Or not. I think Rodney actually be a cute girl's name.
Why not?
It'd be a cute girl's name.
Rodna.
Ew. Ew.
Name's Rodna.
Yeah, I don't like Rodney.
I'm here to smoke cigarettes and lick ass.
You know the sign language word for cunt? It's a picture of me.
Oh, these are the most popular names. Olivia. I got a niece named
Everybody's
Olivia.
doing the Olivia, and the Sophie thing is big now.
Charlotte's
Isabella's
big, huh?
huge. Also, Henry's
I have
everywhere.
an Isabel and I have an Ella.
All right, now we're just in the... This is not radio.
Elijah is number 4?
Yeah, I know, Elijah. He's always missing. I don't know.
Ezra?
Yeah, that's a big thing now, too. We just got to move on. There's a big spike. There's a big spike in dumb names up in here. Ezra, honestly, is a very nice name.
I'm glad that
my buddy
John's
Craig's
taken the
son
lead.
is named Ezra. He's actually very lovely, not problem. Henry's also very big now.
Henry's big now.
Yes.
Well, you've been big for a while.
Shut up. It's a reaction in medicine. It's a reaction in medicine.
And that medicine is... chocolate milk.
Yeah. Sorry. You did first. That was better.
Rise from your grave.
It's officially time to slide into summer at Truist Park with great baseball and fun all summer long. Braves fans can enjoy live music in the Battery Atlanta and post-game fireworks every Friday, presented by Georgia Lottery. And new this year, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Park, with a kid-sized field, rock climbing wall, and more, is the perfect spot for your kiddos to hang out. So come spend your summer nights under the ballpark lights. Visit Braves.com/promos to find all the summer details. Atlanta Braves Baseball. We are Braves country.
Let's face it.
Our world is a hot mess.
So we're setting out in a rocket ship
to explore queerer pastures. I'm Chris Renfro.
And I'm Finn Argus.
And every week on our show, One of Us with Finn and Chris, we're going on a new
fully sound design adventure. Part interview, part improv,
and always full of plot twists.
Join the Best Friend Force every Tuesday from Good Get Productions.
Wherever you go, there's one of us.
Welcome to the light. How do you feel? Relaxed? Renewed? Recharged? With new red light therapy and infrared saunas, plus sunbed and spray tanning, Palm Beach Tan makes it easy to carry that feeling with you wherever you go. See yourself in a new light. Palm Beach Tan. Be our guest and try any service free featuring Australian Gold.
All right, Henry. Well, I don't like talking about sad shit, but we've been doing it all day today, so you might
What's
as well.
sad about what we've been covering?
You're right. It's all hilarious. Thank you. You know what? Forget it. I'm fine. Let's go home. One of our boys died. One of our true, as friends, one of our idols died.
It was one of those that I didn't even want to acknowledge yet, because it had made me very sad. But he also was probably, next to George Clinton,
one
of the most formative voices in my brain.
Yeah, no, so important. Of course, we're talking about Sly Stone passed away of Sly and the Family Stone.
People don't probably even know. If you don't know who Sly Stone is, you probably do. He made some of the biggest, very sampled songs.
Everyday People, all that good stuff. I mean, his albums were unbelievable. If you ever listen to Mama Said Knock You Out,
Family Affair.
Family Affair is fucking perfect. That album, There's a Riot Going On, is in my top 5 albums of all time.
It's wonderful.
It is the only sad funk album.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
People forget, especially within funk, because I feel like funk, of all of the musical genres, is the most maligned. Right? I feel like a lot of people don't really understand, except for ska, because ska can go fuck itself.
Yeah, what are you going to do? We're going to sit here and talk good about ska?
But funk is one of those where the people that don't understand that you can have emotion in funk.
Yes.
And that's what Sly Stone did. That's what Sly Stone and Parliament did that was different than what anybody else was
doing. They were
doing.
making statements without making statements. They were making statements, but they were okay, here's something very important for us to say, but also we need to party.
You have to party.
Yeah, that's what I love about funk. It's we can acknowledge the madness, but remember, we have to party.
Yeah, because if we're not partying, do you understand?
Then they win.
Well, also, we're gonna die.
Yes.
So at some point, we're gonna die, and everybody on their deathbed, everybody says, "I wish I had more fun." Every
not
single,
Sly.
Not Sly.
Sly Stone did not say that.
No.
I think he says,
well, Sly was a very difficult man.
Yeah, well, he wasn't really from what I know of him, he didn't have a bad reputation as like an abuser or anything like that.
No, he was just a difficult, he was a perfectionist.
He did a lot of drugs.
Yes.
He did lots and lots and lots of crack, which is unfortunate.
He got really weird.
And then when George Clinton got sober, he didn't really. He almost got sober a couple times. He ended up being homeless. He wrote some of the most influential, huge songs ever, and he just had bad contracts and he didn't understand the concept of if your song is in a movie, you should get paid off of that.
No.
He didn't understand that. When you look at Everyday People, yes, it's in commercials and stuff like that, but if you just go to Spotify, it has 245 million listens.
Oh,
that's such a fucking crazy number. The fact that this man ended up homeless just shows what happened and how bad things can be in in the record industry. But he made it some of the most beautiful music ever made. Dance to the Music, If You Want Me to Stay. Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself, which I love.
It's one of my favorite
Hot
songs
Fun
of all
in the
time.
Summertime. I Want to Take You Higher. Que Sera Sera. Obviously, that's a cover.
Sera, Sera.
I love Just Like a Baby. I caught you smiling.
I love it.
Again.
He's the best.
God, he's the best. Stand. Everything that man put together.
Died penniless.
It's crazy. It is so upsetting.
Sad. So fucking sad.
It really is. But Sly
God,
Stone,
help us all.
if you don't know his music, first of all, I don't know how, but just spend a day with those first 6 albums or 5 albums. They're back to back. Fucking amazing, especially Riot Going On and Stand are
means
perfect,
something.
Are perfect
this
albums.
Shit, especially right now, this shit fucking means something. So go and check it out. Sly Stone.
They're one of the first groups to really half of us are white, half of us are black, half of us are chicks, half of us are dudes, and they were just we want everyone's input.
Yep.
And it was no one was doing that shit, and they did, and it was fucking cool, and it was awesome, and it seemed lame at first, and then time fucking told because it was one of the most sampled artists in hip hop history. It's everything about Sly and what he did for music, and just good times.
Yeah, dude.
He means so much to me. I just watched the new documentary that just came out.
It just came out.
Just came out. It's on Hulu. Questlove's second movie. It's called Sly Lives. Unfortunately,
it's really sad.
George is all over it. He's interviewed all over it. It's a lot of fun. Go check it out and make some time for Sly Stone this weekend before you go to the No Kings rally.
Did you hear that he might have had an affair with Doris Day?
Oh, and that is why he made Que Sera Sera?
Whatever will be.
Which is a fucking fucking perfect version of that song. Oh my God, I love that. And you know who else he was with for a while?
Who?
Ruth Copeland, that P-Funk backup singer who actually put out those 2 amazing albums.
Yes!
With all of like P-Funk as her backing band.
If you guys understand anything about P-Funk or they put out so many different albums. They put
on
out so
different
many different labels.
They were like they would
names.
open for each other, so everyone would get paid twice. It was just like it was kind of genius. And then Sly ended up opening for P-Funk when P-Funk was on their fucking stadium tour, which was they were the first Black Stadium tour, and he was their opener. Either way, an icon has passed, and if I didn't bring it up, I would be kicking myself. So if you don't know Sly and the Family Stone, just take some time.
But Eddie, I think we'll be all right because we have Benson Boone. Let's move on. I'd
rather listen to Pat Boone.
Benson Boone is talentless. Let's get on.
Flip.
Anybody can flip. No. I could see. I saw the cheerleading. You ever watch the young ladies cheerleading expeditions? It's fascinating stuff. But they can get there.
What's your favorite part?
Yeah, but they can. Anybody can flip. Anybody can flip. There you go.
We got
get
letters.
Some listener emails.
What do they got to say?
Now, I went into a little bit of a research hole on the Glimmer Man.
Oh, you did?
I did.
I immediately forgot it existed until right now again.
Welcome.
Yeah.
So I watched Missing 411 The Hunted, done by David Paulides, who did Missing 411. Now, for those of you that don't know, we've talked about Missing 411 for a fucking decade. It is about, basically, David Paulides was a researcher that realized that the national park systems don't have they don't have a centralized missing persons report.
Really?
Or a database.
That's where people go missing the most.
But it's also considered to be this sort of like weird legal, like hazy zone between the park rangers and the police and what they're allowed to do. Tree cops. But the thing is, the tree cops, they are a lot of times operating at a 1975 technological level.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So these guys are writing shit down. So that's where it started. Mysterious
Do you think they're allowed to use paper? Or do they hear the tree scream?
Yeah, they're like, I can't possibly write that down. I'll have to write it my own feces.
An estimated 1,000 to 2,500 people go missing in national parks each year?
Right? We don't know. But
that's a huge gap.
It is. It is. But Missing 411...
Either 1,000 or more than double.
Yes, that's called statistics. But the Missing 411 was always investigating the more mysterious ones. Like, they always kind of had a series of parameters of, like, you know, experienced hunter goes missing, found in a different place, miles away from where they were, found a lot of times either stripped naked or like...
Scuba diver found in tree.
So weird, you know, whatever. But then he did Missing 411 The Hunted, which is, it's starting to hedge into the area where he's like, it's aliens. Which I love my aliens, but it's also like, I actually kind of like it better when it's even more mysterious. But since then, it had a whole thing on the Glimmer Man, this idea of seeing a predator-like thing. And I just wanted to read another email because I actually did receive about 15 Glimmer Man emails.
Glimmer mails? Could you read them, or were they facing?
Oh, yeah, it's facing in and out. No, the reason why it's like...
How many were sent by Keenan Ivory Waynes?
Yes. Honestly, though, the Steven Seagal Glimmer Man doesn't hold up as well.
I imagine.
So that was a part of my research. It's not good. It's not a good film. He's looking very pudgy in that movie.
Oh, that's when it started.
Yeah, it's when he really started becoming, I think it's called an eclair lifestyle. Yeah. So this is
called the Clamor Man. For all the clams he was eating at the time.
Bring me more clams. Bring me more clams. More juice. More clam juice. All right, here we go. Here's an email. I was listening to the latest side stories and perked up immediately when you talked about the Glimmer Man. It immediately reminded me of the 2010 story of Jan Maccabee. Wife to MUFON State Director of Maryland, Bruce Maccabee. Bruce actually maintained a website for his ufological research and included a page on his wife's story. Unfortunately, it looks like the site was taken offline after 2016. But I'm including a link to his write-up on archive.org. What made Jan's story so interesting is she actually took a picture of what she saw, but the picture came out distorted. and in a resolution her BlackBerry was incapable of being set to. Bruce had also had a
BlackBerry suck with pictures.
I remember
my BlackBerry, and every time I tried to take a photograph, it was a goddamn disaster.
It's real stupid, all right? So here's the write-up that old Jan did. Old Big Bags Jan.
I wasn't going to say anything, but she's doing all right.
It was Wednesday, September 29th, the next to last day in September. Thanks. And the hunting season for deer in Ohio was just 4 days old. I shouldn't read this whole thing. It's real bad. The day started cool and damp, and then became a beautiful, warm day with a nice sunset. Jan was anxious to begin hunting. Her breasts were heaving and wet from the dew.
So much exposition.
Her method of hunting consisted of waiting and watching while seated in a tree stand.
Isn't that hunting?
The seat of her stand is at the top of a 15-foot ladder. Her seat in the northwestern corner of a many-acred wood that is surrounded by a large planted field and low-density residential areas. Her seat faces the east and is surrounded on all sides by trees. She didn't hunt in the morning, but she did climb up the 15-foot ladder to the seat to test the newly installed bow hanger. She took a picture of her bow hanging from the bow hanger. She took the picture with her BlackBerry, Pearl model 8130.
All right.
The phone records the records day and time of the picture, the spatial resolution, the total byte size. All right.
Is that the picture, Rob?
This is a picture here of just the bow, right? And then there's old sexy Jan, right? Jan's there looking a little bit like getting a little bit like a Bill Belichick, but I like her attitude, right? Mm-hmm. She's like a cross between Bill and Jordan. She went to her tree stand about 5:30 and sat. A squirrel was dropping nut pieces on her head, and animals, birds, and crickets were moving and making noise. To occupy her time, she was texting, quote-unquote texting, with her phone, a means of silent communication.
You don't need to explain what texting is.
At about 6:21 p.m., she decided to photograph herself from the tree stand. She was facing east with the sun at her back. She held the camera above and to her left. The sun was behind her, low in the west, with the light filtering through the tree branches. It's this picture here in which you get the side look of her jowls. Suddenly, the woods went quiet. Noise stopped. The silence was weird. It so surprised and unnerved her that she wrote a text message to her friend. Something is wrong. The woods just went to a dead silence. No squirrels. No birds. One. It's odd. She thought a coyote or maybe a black panther, some predator animal, caused the quiet. As she knows, as hunters know, that when a predator such as a bear enter an area, the other animals tend to become quiet. Then she became aware that a weird visual effect was moving right towards her field of view at an apparent distance of maybe 15 to 20 feet. She said it looked as if she was looking through saran wrap. All right? She compared the distortion of the scene as being somewhat like the effect of the invisible creature in the Predator movie. This distortion was at a higher altitude than her, about 15 feet above the ground. Perhaps it was about 25 feet above the ground. She took off her glasses and rubbed her right eye, thinking at first she had a floater. But after rubbing it, it was still there. It was not a floater.
That's when a little dot is in your eye.
Yeah, I get floaters. I get floaters, yeah. As she recalls it, she held the camera in her right hand about 1.5 feet from her face, pointed the camera in the direction of the distortion, and took a picture. As she recalls, the picture was taken immediately.
About taking a single picture for about half an hour.
The picture should show the nearby trees, but that's not what the picture shows.
We don't need to read every
It's that right there.
It's this!
Yep. It's a blur.
It's a blur with hair.
A minute or so later, she took 2 more pictures of herself, one of which is shown below right here. You can see it. Nope, that's just bushes. Hey, there she is. There's
it's obviously
Jan.
Her hair.
There's my fucking Jan.
This is obviously her own hair.
Yummy, Jan. Oh, Jan, what'd I do to get my claws on
Do you think her tits got in the way of her photography?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like she took a picture through her tits. After sitting for an hour and a half more, she left the tree stand about 7:45 and came to dinner with our guests for the evening. They were having beaver. After dinner
She
cleanup.
looks like she's in a tree lay down, not a tree stand.
It's more of a tree sit down.
Is there an end to the story?
Nope. At the end of this, she didn't think to mention her strange experience. And then she said that she saw a Facebook message from one of her nephews. He said after she had this weird sighting. We were playing tonight on the field, and just as it was starting to get dark, a huge bright light appears over the field and begins to move sideways. Then in a matter of 5 seconds or so, it disappeared, getting smaller almost every second. About 5 minutes later, it reappeared. This time it was amber in color. I know 4 people who saw this, and according to an upperclassman, you got to believe the seniors, the same thing happened last year, and they actually stopped rehearsal. So this lady's saying that maybe it's connected to strange lights that they saw on the other side.
How many, alien sightings or strokes?
5. 5 out of 12.
Isn't that what this made me think of while we're rambling through this non-coherent story? The is how much I would like to see. You remember the show To Catch a Predator?
Oh yeah,
but without Chris Hansen, it is Predator.
I love this.
Wouldn't that be great?
This is the thing.
I've talked to you about this idea before, but never into a microphone.
Predators.
Yeah. To Catch a Predator, starring Predator.
How to meet a predator?
Because a predator could throw its voice as a little girl. The guy shows up, and it's just
come fuck me! I just got out of the shop.
Yeah. And then it's just 3 lights go on his forehead, and his brain comes outside.
Edit that out. Put that in your pocket. You just made yourself $1 million.
At least.
Yeah. Well, that story didn't convince anybody. But this next one will. This next story came as a result of us talking about penis implants.
Oh, thank God. Now something I want to talk about.
Something really tangible. Paul got a penis implant. That's the title of the email. I was listening to Side Stories last week and my ears perked up. Same literal sentence as the other one.
Yeah.
When Henry mentioned a particular kind of penile implant, the one with the boner button in your balls. My Paul got a penis implant of this kind, I think in his late 60s, around the year 2000. He was a married man for many decades at that point, and my Nana, not Nana.
No,
that's
Nana.
what it says here.
My
You're correcting
Nana.
me. You're Nana?
You did say it wrong. No, you didn't say.
Yeah,
you did
because I've
say
never
Nana.
heard Nana.
Yeah, Nana.
Nana sounds like fucking no.
It's like you don't want bananas.
I don't
you
want my
your
grandmother.
pudding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Yogurt. I didn't mean to
Thank
step
you.
against
Fuck
pudding.
you. So here's Nana.
What'd you call your grandma?
Mimar.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was horrible.
That's worse. Yeah.
Yeah, I hated it.
We were Babu. I kind of like that.
Babu's cute.
Yeah, Babu's cute. It sounds like a cryptid.
Babu's like what I called Carlita's vagina.
Carmelita?
Yeah.
You call it a Babu?
I mean, no, I call it a choochie.
Oh, a choochie?
Or choochie on her chooch.
Oh, yeah. Does it flip up and down like Tootsie's?
Moving on. Also in her 60s, Nana was.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Tootsie's.
No. Her fucking pussy's still on her. Now, so apparently there was Paul had been a womanizer since the start of their marriage and had no intention of slowing down in his old age. He openly cheated on his Nana as Nana got older and sicker. When she was near the end, she told my mom that she hopes his pecker rots off. Nana died a few months later after what she called her big nasty birthday when she turned 69.
Sounds like there's lots of weird fucking in this family. Also,
love this
Nana
family.
is what he used to say when she would.
Nah. I got some sides. Paul lived to be 89. For the last 10 years of his life, he was in and out of hospitals for recurrent infections, including MRSA. I had no idea he had even had a penis implant. But after a few years of infections, my mom finally spilled the beans. The button in his balls that controlled his erections was continually eroding through the sides of his balls.
Oh.
Nana had gotten her wish. I think he eventually had to have the implant removed so he'd stop trying yet again to escape his barely healed testicles.
Oh, my God.
Jesus
Hell yeah.
fucking Christ.
Now
dude.
that's A listener email.
That's what I like to hear. That's a real old-fashioned, that's the internet, baby. You got to live every day hoping for that big old pawpaw's got a penis implant email to come in. Because then you can laugh knowing that the audience is going to hear about pawpaw's big, crooked, faulty penis implant, and then we're all going to love the fact that we all want one too.
I wonder if that's what that birder got. Remember our falconer guy for the soccer team in Italy who got the penis implant and then got in trouble for taking a picture of it?
Well, now they have the app. You can use an app.
Yeah. Oh, so you don't even need the button no more.
No, in Italy,
these old fucks don't know how to use phones.
Honestly, though, in Italy, I think you do have to
pump
inflate it with a tube.
Yeah.
You have to blow into it.
Just suck your own penis to get it off.
There he is.
Old Italian.
Oh, I remember the
guy.
So happy standing in front of his sitting there with his erect penis like it's a horrific flag. Yes, I'll always remember Bernarby. It was so fun.
He's bad though. He's not a nice guy.
He's a Nazi. He's a bad guy. He's a bad guy.
We don't like him.
No, I love how happy he was with his penis. How satisfied he was with his penis.
Yeah, here it is.
Right there, working just like it's like I'm a child again, a niño. What a great day.
God bless Italy.
What a fun time.
He does have the button.
Oh, wow.
He does have the button.
Yeah, he's got the. It says right here, I did it to perform like when I was young. My erection is natural, but with this device, I press a button that allows me to perfectly control both the erection and the time.
I can definitely see
his cock's going to run out.
What do you do? Then you get wet every single time you hear the. Oh, here comes my dickin'. Here comes my dickin'. Oh, here he's going. Oh yeah. Oh fuck. My balls have got my dick caught on a fucking the dog leash.
No, I don't have a needle for my pump.
Oh damn. It's gonna run out of air mid-fuck.
All right, let's end this show.
Please. Patreon.com/Last Podcast Left. Buy it to watch us perform. You can see us live every 6 p.m. PST on last stream on the left on our Patreon, and then it goes to YouTube a couple days later. Speaking of the YouTube, go and subscribe to all of our various new programs and our YouTube channels. I know it sounds complicated, but we're trying to simplify it for you. Someplace underneath, LBN Romantasy, Who's the Bee? Because we can't do a bitch. We can't say bitch on YouTube because God knows. The Foreign Report, No Dogs in Space, and most importantly, LPN-TV.
That's right. You hear that? Other channels, you're not as important as LPN TV.
Not as the big one.
Right.
I need you guys to go subscribe to the big one. It is legitimately free.
I subscribe to all of them, and it's nice because they're actually like transferring everything over, and it premieres live. Like you're watching it, towards the end of the year, they'll play like the whole season of a television show. It's kind of like what's happening on the YouTube channels right now. It's kind of fun.
Please.
I actually watched some of the Romantasy last night.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's very funny. They will crack me up. I have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, it's interesting that you can watch your wife and your sister talk about fucking.
I just can't really. I fast forward past Jackie. I try not to engage with Jackie.
So few people like sponsor a show of their wife and sister talking about sex,
but they won't. They won't do it. They won't talk. Natalie refuses to believe. She refuses to reveal my secrets.
What are they? Side story shows. We got some new ones on the books available today. That's Friday, July 11th in Salt Lake City at the Wise Guys Comedy Club. Thursday, August 7th, Asheville, North Carolina at the Orange Peel. Sunday, September 21st, Kansas City, Missouri, the Truman. October 24th, Redway, California, Mateel Community Center. We're coming back, you fuckers. And Sunday, November 30th, Columbus, Ohio, at the Newport Music Hall, starring Travis Irvine.
Yes. And we will reveal, did Travis go to Little Edward Island? Was he a part of the Epstein Reach inside of Columbus, and that is what aborted his run for governor?
He does go to the Bahamas often.
He does. So we'll have to ask him live on stage.
That's right. June 20th, the seance. Tune in. It's going to be amazing. And we're going to announce some tickets for people available on the Patreon. It's going to be a really weird event where I don't even know what the fuck's going to happen. I'm putting myself in Henry's hands. And if I get a hitchhiker ghost and it haunts me, I'm going to kill you.
Can't wait. I dare you. Bye, Hail Satan. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Hail the Flat Creek Floyd. And Sly Stone.
It's officially time to slide into summer at Truist Park with great baseball and fun all summer long. Braves fans can enjoy live music in the Battery Atlanta and post-game fireworks every Friday, presented by Georgia Lottery. And new this year, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta Park, with a kid-sized field, rock climbing wall, and more, is the perfect spot for your kiddos to hang out. So come spend your summer nights under the ballpark lights. Visit Braves.com/promos to find all the summer details. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
Let's face it.
Our world is a hot mess.
So we're setting out in a rocket ship
to explore queerer pastures. I'm Chris Renfro.
And I'm Finn Argus.
And every week on our show, One of Us with Finn and Chris, we're going on a new
fully sound designed adventure. Part interview, part improv,
and always full of plot twists.
Join the Best Friend Force every Tuesday from Good Get Productions.
Wherever you go, there's one of us.